Okay, hello. This is going to be a tarot reading on Zayn Malik, Yolanda Hadid, and Gigi Hadid and the whole situation that's happened between them recently. As always, if you hear anything in the background, it's just my dog snoring, so please ignore that. So let's look at Zayn's energy in this situation first. And I am going to try to be as neutral as possible in this reading. I don't think any of them particularly were in the right in this situation. I feel like there are a lot of mistakes all around. So let's just, okay. From Zayn's energy, I can tell that he wishes it didn't go the way it went. I mean, was there aggression there? Yes. Did his temper get the best of him? Yes. But I do feel like he wishes it just didn't get to the point that it got to. It was definitely looking back for him, looking back, it was a situation where it got really out of control. He wishes he'd had more patience in that situation, because I just feel like his temper just blew up completely, and things just got out of control. He couldn't control himself, really. I think he's I don't know what's going on with the legal situation at the moment. But I mean, I think right from the beginning, almost as soon as it happened, he kind of knew there was going to be repercussions. I mean, he didn't know the exact way it would happen, like it would get leaked to the media, or how Yolanda was going to do it, but he knew that there were going to be repercussions towards him for that situation, and that she wasn't going to let it slide. Yeah. And I'm kind of seeing, at least from his energy, he feels like they both got out of control. It wasn't just him. He feels like it was him and Yolanda. She was out of control too. Yeah, it was both of them from his energy. It wasn't just him. Wait a second. Okay. Okay, I've heard a lot of things about Yolanda being the one who leaked it to TMZ. I don't know if that's true, to be honest. I don't know. I kind of feel like he may have had something to do with the leak as well, of it going public. But it's the way it feels is it was once again, it was both of their fault. I don't know if they both went to the media at the same time to leak stuff. I don't know, I feel or if both of their teams went to the media at the same time to leak things, because once again, that's the way it kind of feels. I don't think he was completely oblivious to the fact it was going to leak. I don't think he was completely, he had no involvement in that, to be honest. Because it feels like there was information. Yeah, feels like there was information fed to the media, and I think it was from either both of them or their teams did it like behind their backs, but it's like both of them. Okay, he kind of feels like the Hadid women are really like a close unit and are really going to kind of band together against him in this situation. Like Yolanda, Gigi and Bella are so close that they're going to kind of work against him. And that, yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's weird. It's like he feels like, yeah, I don't get that. He feels like like the three of them are working together against him. Why? What the hell? Yeah, it's weird. It's like three of them. It's three. The three women. Okay, this is weird. I don't particularly understand this, but the way I'm feeling, it's like this feeling of like, well, first of all, he doesn't think they're like as upset as they may appear to be. I think it's mainly Yolanda, but I think it's also Gigi. He feels like they're not as upset as they may appear or try to appear to the public. It's almost this feeling as well of like they were trying to get him out. At least that's what he feels. He feels kind of like, just from the cards in his energy, there's kind of this feeling of like, oh, they never liked me. They never approved of me. They were just trying to get me out of the family. Oh, I don't know. It's kind of like this almost paranoid kind of way of thinking. Like, oh, they were always trying to get me out of the family. They just wanted me to be alone. They just wanted me to, you know, yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily true, but that's just what I'm getting from him. I'll look at Yolanda in a second and kind of see, but yeah, it kind of feels like they wanted to get rid of him. So I don't know if that's just like a dramatic reaction to kind of what's going on at the moment, but that's just what I see. Okay, let's look at Yolanda. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't feel like it's particularly news to anyone that Yolanda loves the public image of her family, of their unit, of them being successful. She likes the image the Hadids have. I mean, listen, I kind of think maybe Zayn's idea that she didn't want him in her family isn't completely him being paranoid. here's the thing. Someone told Yolanda something about Zayn, I think involving his relationship with Gigi, that she didn't like. She didn't like whatever she heard, whatever information that was. I mean, I do kind of get the feeling she didn't want him around anymore. She didn't want him around her family anymore. And she was trying to find the best way to go about getting him out of the family. This doesn't feel, okay, from Yolanda's perspective, this doesn't feel like some huge accident. It doesn't feel like, oh, this got out of control. It like the way it kind of felt from Zayn's energy. It doesn't feel like that from Yolanda's. It feels like this was kind of what was supposed to happen for her. She was... Listen, okay, yeah, I don't see any kind of out of control energy here. I feel like there was an idea. There was, I don't know if I go as far as to say a plan, but there was an idea to get him away from certain people. Because I do feel like, you know, I know a lot of people have a lot of things to say about Yolanda as a mother, and she's definitely done a lot of questionable things. But there is this kind of protective energy with her kids. But it is kind of, it's protective, but it's controlling, if that makes sense. So it's like, yes, it's protective in the sense if she heard something she didn't like about the way one of her kids was being treated or something, she would have that protective instinct, but she would try to take control of the situation and do what she thinks is best, rather than listening to what her child wants from the situation or what her child thinks in the situation. I don't feel like this was some big shock to her, this incident. No, it wasn't a shock. See, she knows that he has a bit of a temper at times. She knew that. And to be honest, I just don't feel like it was an accident. I feel like she kind of knew what button to push, what, you know, how to affect him to get the outburst that she wanted. She wants him to work more as well. There was something to do with him, like, not working enough for her. Yeah, it's like, why aren't you working? Why aren't you working as hard as Gigi does? Why aren't you working? And I mean, to be honest, when it comes to the actual things that have come out about the you know, the situation, the altercation, you know, I know that I think I saw that Zayn denied certain things that were said about what happened. But I mean, I kind of feel like Yolanda's being pretty honest about what happened. I don't think she liked Gigi and Zayn together anymore. She might have liked them at one point. She didn't like them anymore. And the kind of energy is like, however I have to end this, I'm going to end it. once again, this is kind of going over Gigi's head. That's where that controlling thing is with her kids. But the energy is like, yeah, I don't care how bad this ends, it's just going to end. She didn't really care about like how bad it was going to be, like whatever situation happened between them. She didn't really care about how bad it was going to get or like what would be said or done. She didn't really care. She was just like, she was prepared to do what she needed to do to make that relationship, that situation end. Yeah, she's not gonna back down in this situation either. She's not gonna forgive him, to be honest. No, there will be no forgiveness from her side. She's like, what's done is done, I don't care. I did what I had to do, you're gone, you're out, I don't care. She also had this feeling that like he wasn't good enough for Gigi in Yolanda's eyes. Like that's the way she feels, like he wasn't good enough. And I think maybe this is, I don't know, like a financial thing. Like I said earlier, she didn't think he was working enough. Yeah, she doesn't feel like he works enough. She's just like, I feel like she's a very work-focused person. And she's like, you have to work, you have to work. You need to be making more money, you need to be doing this. And he wasn't doing what she wanted him to do. I don't feel she regrets any of the things she said, though. I feel like she's just like I said, she's kind of being relatively honest about the situation in that she's like, I said this, I did this, this happened, I don't care, this is what happened, and, you know, I don't regret it, but this is what happened. Yeah. She's just kind of shutting him out. Okay, so to end, let's just look at Gigi's energy in this situation. She's aware that he has a temper at times. She's aware that sometimes he can be a bit cruel with his words, but her energy is like, we were working on that. We were working on that side of him. I just feel her being like, he's not a bad person. I don't know if she's like said that to her family or something, but it's just like her just being like, he's not a bad person. She does care about him. I don't actually know if she might be talking to him at the moment. In all this situation, she does still care about him though, even though what's going on is what's going on. But she's, I don't know, I don't think they'll get back together, to be honest. Because I think there was friction before all of this happened. There was friction between them anyway. So it's like, this is just, it's just added on to that. See, what I'm hearing is like his mouth runs away from him sometimes. I feel like she has tried to defend him in this situation. To her family. I don't feel like she's going to speak out about the situation. I don't feel like she's going to speak badly about him. If anything, I feel like she'd just show support to both of them in the public. Like, she doesn't really want to choose sides. She doesn't want to choose sides. Her energy is like, she just wants it to stop. She just wants the situation to stop. She wants everyone to let it go and for it to just disappear because it's upsetting and she doesn't like it. And I feel like this is kind of a recurring thing in her life when she doesn't like things and situations. She's just like, let me stick my head in the sand and it will all go away. She just wants it to go away. She doesn't want this to be going on. I mean, she still supports him. She'll still be there for him. I don't think they'll get back together. But it's funny, she's got like this, she's got very young energy. I don't know how old she is, but she's got kind of young, at times naive energy. You know, it's kind of what I said earlier about, you know, she just wants everything to go away. It's quite a naive way of thinking. I see a potential other guy coming in relatively soon for her anyway. He might even already be around. Like, I don't feel like her and Zayn's relationship was going amazingly well before this. I think they were kind of on their way to breaking up anyway. And if, you know, things had just been left alone, if certain people hadn't got involved, it kind of would have just naturally progressed to the point where they would have broken up. But, you know, now we have this situation. She's just doesn't want to deal with it. That's just, I mean, I'll see if there's anything else, but there's kind of... I mean, yeah, it's kind of the same stuff. She cares about him. She wants him to be around. She wants things to just go back to the way they were. She's also going to be making a lot of money. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be from, like, interviews or anything about this situation, but I just see a lot of money coming to her. I think he's going to have to pay her a lot of child support. So, yeah, that's my reading on the situation. Thank you for watching, and that is it.